This is the Red Kite number 9, 45 plus, 55 plus, category 3-4 crit. Here we are with 3 laps to go. Joint field. I'm in the back, realizing that I need to start moving up because I don't want to waste too much energy in the last couple of laps trying to get up front in a good position to position myself for a good placing. So I'm kind of waiting for an opportunity to see if I see some other guys moving up or get on a favorable side with the wind so I can move up with as minimal effort as possible. The other thing I'm trying to do is trying to stay shielded until I get that opportunity, and also kind of looking around trying to keep tabs on where are the 55 plus guys. You can distinguish between 55s and 45s. The 45 numbers don't have anything on it. The 55 plus numbers, there's a blue stripe on the bottom, like you can see this Sun Power guy, El Tabello, on the right, 773. He's got the blue stripe on the bottom. So that's a 55 plus guy. So now I see a guy moving up. I'm trying to maybe follow a little bit, see if I can get up. Again, my intent is to kind of make up 5 places or so a lap, and so that I'm positioned perfectly when we come into that final lap. So this, we just passed turn 3. We're coming up on turn 4, and once we make the turn, we'll be at 2 laps to go. There goes my buddy Sean. I see him moving up the outside, so I decide let me go up here, move with him. The pace had slowed a little, so the winds weren't bad. Maybe it's a good time to move up, take up a few spots. Again, we're coming up to the start-finish line, and if you kind of look over to your left at the tent, you might be able to see there's 2 to go. The start-finish line is kind of a tail crosswind. Seems to be switching sides, sometimes blowing left to right, other times blowing right to left. So I'll try and check out the flag on the next lap, so again I can move up with minimal effort. Here's my teammate Mark Robinson. He's been hanging up front the entire race, so trying to keep tabs on him, and just in case he's up there and available for a lead out. He's a 45 plus, so maybe we can do a 1-2 and take 45s and the 55s. The other thing I'm trying to do is not get boxed in, kind of stay out on the outside, and make sure I don't get boxed in just in case there are any attacks. I think there's a guy off the front, but I see Nick and Chris Morris from Rayleigh's, and Michael Bomey, and Tim Davis, who's a 55 plus strong guy. So I see them there. No one's kind of panicking at the guy on the front, so I'm not going to worry either. Figuring once we ramp up the speed, we'll catch this guy. And speaking of ramping up speed, Chris Morris decides to go now, and so I jump on his wheel and follow him. This is kind of 1.5 to go. We're coming up to turn 4, and Chris really ramps the speed. We get a little gap. If I have to get a rear camera, you can see the gap that we got on the field. Here's turn 4, and this is the final sprint, but we have 1 to go. But you can see it's not too long, less than 100 meters, so placement on that last lap is going to be important. You might see I just took a drink of water. Wanted to make sure I'm hydrated and not need anything. Half a lap to go and be ready. I looked back and noticed that we were caught, so learning from Rassam Bahati, I eased up, let a couple guys come by me, I know all the guys that passed are all 45 plus, and they're strong guys, so thinking, hey, these are good guys to follow. So I see Michael Bomey, I see Nick. So there's Tim Davis with the Zoka kit, the guy in the orange over on the left. So kind of keep an eye on him. He's a 55 plus. You know, again, we're racing together with the 45s, but we're placed separately, so I don't have to worry about them. I see my teammate Mark Robinson moved up on the left side. Now here's a guy coming up on the inside. I move over to the inside again, not wanting to get boxed in and trying to move up, make sure again I'm in a good spot to the sprint. Here's Michael and Nick going. Here's Gary Payton. All these guys are strong 45 pluses. It's my teammate Mark. I was going to work with him, but then I saw Tim Davis up there on the left, again 55 plus. So I need to really mark any 55 plus guy that's ahead of me. So little gap opens up, get over to the left, get on Tim's wheel, and there you can see up in the orange, there goes Nick. He's making the jump early before the turn. He wanted to be first hitting that turn. Here's Tim, and you know, this is it, time to sprint. I upshift, hit the afterburners, go, I passed him, and here's the line. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th over the line. Those are all 45 plus guys, so I take the win for a 55 plus. Thanks for listening.